out from the center. We never know where to get started because it is never obvious where the beginning is in the pathways spread circularly around us. Hedges blossoming with reds, cut in shapes that suggest the other side of the ways to look at anything we might have in mind and anything we could be surprised by in our dreams. Because the circles extend in many directions, we tend to go in the direction of the smoke. In some of the directions we look in, the world sometimes appears to be burning up the old moments, in some places more than others, and lighting up the new moments as they free themselves outwards from the core of their golden glowing, and we let it lead us. The direction we take is like going outward from the core of all our lives into one of our beehive of lives, their compartments buzzing all around our central core. Each life thinks that it's just the biggest thing, the all-important center, doesn't it? The hedges have very different shapes in the various sections of the maze, and the blossoms are different each day with the changes of the natural unfoldment of nature, sometimes being more suggestive of the wafting of coils of pleasure, sometimes more suggestive of bells or nests or grandmothers or perhaps songs of the springtime, denials of reality, nomenclature, wisps of dementia, surrealistic avenues into the next parallel reality over, geometrical, philosophical constructs, garlands for dubious gods, circles of magic, chaos, poetry of scent, calls to divine surrender, warm baths filled with petals and love, waking disheveled, past life kisses, future life circuses, in between life danglings or masks. We use the mazes to induce synchronicities. We start to feel a plot come on, interweaving, starting up sideways and downwards. Sometimes we just become them all at once. The world is made of synchronicities, whirling up against each other in tiny bundles, interwoven, impenetrable, impossible, leading back in on themselves, breaking out of linear time, entering our dreams, and spilling out of them onto our ruffled shirts with pleasing stains. Sometimes they are very obvious. Today, we are walking on the maze together, and we realize there is some sort of darkening in the sky. It is taking on a tone we had not expected from the day, more filled in, opaque, taking its presence in its own hands. And we start to feel the grass palpably through our bodies as excitement, the ground being sensual to us, though we are simply walking along. We start to feel a stir within our sex, a warming, a mounding, a longing to lie down on the grass, face down. The circles apparently go downward too, not just outwards. We had no idea. We are both lying downwards, our pelvises lightly pushed towards the earth, with a subtle pressure, not calling attention to ourselves, but we find no reason to avoid doing this. It feels right, and we have opened the portal to the circles below the ground that go beyond what we had imagined this maze could be. There are roots below the hedges, roots below the blossoms, roots below the circles and of squirrels and cats. A cat falls from the sky, but we can't see it as our faces are downward in the anti-story. We don't have to feel the arc of the plot, the conflict and questions. Instead, we feel the landing of it below our noses, the thundering vibration of the quietness of its poise, the dreamlike agility they have on landing. Our skin starts to smoke the past. We are agile when we fall from no matter how high to no matter how low. We just land and keep walking.